So, what is Anaplan? Well, firstly, Anaplan lives in the cloud. Your company will have a secure environment known as the Anaplan customer or tenant, and the environment can be split into smaller areas known as workspaces, which are used to segment the Anaplan applications or use cases. Each workspace has its own security settings, allowing for segregation of duties for the developers and end users if you so wish. And finally, within the workspaces, the applications or models are created, and this is what you're using Anaplan for. So when describing an Anaplan model, we tend to think of three fundamental building blocks: the central library, the engine, and finally the user experience or UX. So looking at the central library first, this is where we hold and create the structures or dimensions of the model. Within the central library itself, there are three main areas. The first of these is time. These are the settings we need for both range, scope and granularity of the calendar needed within the model. The time within a model can range from daily at the lowest granularity all the way up to yearly. The second element is versions. In most planning applications, we want to combine actuals with a budget or a forecast, or we might want a different number of forecasts or plans, and these are generally versions within an Anaplan model. And finally, we look to the lists. These are the structures that make up the multidimensional nature of Anaplan models. They're the master data used within the business, so a list of products, or a list of customers, or a list of accounts. These lists or dimensions are combined in the next part of the Anaplan environment, the engine. At the heart of Anaplan is a hyperblock in-memory engine, which combines the cell-based flexibility of a spreadsheet, the scalability and querying capabilities of relational databases, as well as the calculation and aggregation abilities of multidimensional cubes. It was specifically designed to utilize the collaborative nature of the cloud and to only calculate cells that have changed, allowing enterprise-scale calculations to be performed in a matter of seconds. To perform the calculations, the relevant lists from the central library are combined with formulas, and these are created without any coding or scripting, meaning they are easily maintained by the business administrators using their logic and terms. The formulas are stored in line items, which are cell-based and housed together in modules. Modules themselves are grouped together to provide a logical flow of inputs, calculations and outputs within the model. A key advantage of Anaplan is the ability to link these structures together. This means only the appropriate dimensions are needed for certain calculations, leading to increased efficiency. The lists from the central library can be reused and combined with time and versions as appropriate. The resulting modules are then tailored for the type of module, be that input, calculations or outputs. So a model will consist of lots of smaller modules rather than one big cube. The other advantage of the Anaplan is when a new element is added to a list, so a new product as part of a monthly update. This element is automatically made available within the model to the users as applicable. And the same applies to changes to data entry and calculations. These are instantly made available to ensure a consistent version of the model is used throughout. And the final piece of the Anaplan jigsaw is the user experience or UX. This is how end users interact with the model. Modules and their associated data are presented on dashboards for end user consumption, and these can be tailored to the user's role. The data can be shown on multiple dashboards as grids of data, charts or graphs, and all of the different elements linked together to provide a synchronized view as the user navigates throughout the model. And finally, security settings from the high-level structures all the way down to individual cell levels are possible. Role-level security will restrict users' access so they can read, write and view the data or not as applicable. So in a nutshell, that's Anaplan.